It's the Texas weather discussion video for Wednesday, the 28th of November. I'm Donovan Neal. We turn milder and milder each day as we approach the weekend, as the weekend begins. But then on Friday, we do mention the chance of a few scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms, and then we turn dry for the weekend, and most of next week looks mostly dry. So here's the upper air look across the nation at 500 millibars, around 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground. You can see that trough beginning to rotate out of the United States, located on just past the Great Lakes states, just to the east of the Great Lakes states. Down here, we remain dry. The wind will turn more southerly, so we'll see southerly winds for the next few days. Temperatures this morning are obviously still chilly, but not below freezing cold. Arlington 41, DFW 43, mostly in the mid 40s around. Maybe we have some readings near Breckenridge in the 50s in some spots, and around the nation that looks pretty chill. That looks pretty chilly for the north as always. On the watch warning map, we have a few freeze frost warnings in effect for parts of the Dakotas and parts of Florida and some of the adjacent areas, and we still have a few winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Pennsylvania, New York State, and some of the New England states. But down here in North Texas, we remain pretty quiet. Obviously, with a nice, cool, stable air mass, no severe weather is expected, but we could see some thunder for parts of central California and parts of the coast of Oregon and Washington. But then, as we go on day 3, which is Friday, we continue to mention that risk of severe weather for parts of the Arklatex region. That includes some parts of North Texas, but the standard slight risk is still to the east of Dallas and east of North Texas. But we are in the marginal risk of severe storms. But the standard slight risk includes parts of northeastern Texas, northern Louisiana, much of Arkansas, and western Mississippi and eastern Oklahoma. We'll get to more detail in just a second. Here's the average rainfall for the next 7 days. Valid through Wednesday morning of next week, heavier totals remain off to the west in California. Down here, barely anything to be noted for North Texas for the next 7 days. The confidence is increasing that we might even stay dry on Friday. So let's go on to the model output. This is the 06Z run of the GFS valid this afternoon at noon. You can see we have that trough beginning to rotate off of the eastern part of the U.S. Down here, we should rebound nicely, which should make for a very pleasant day today. When on a cloud in the sky, highs mostly around 70 degrees. Just a beautiful day today. And here's Thursday, pretty much the same deal. Surface low begins to approach from the west, but we still stay dry though. Highs in the mid 70s. Again, absolutely beautiful day, but still a little bit mild though. But here's Friday, as that surface low begins to approach. The GFS is suggesting that we could see a few showers begin to develop during the noon hours on Friday, mainly just to the east of North Texas. But let's take a look at the 12-kilometer NAM at Friday around 7 or 8 o'clock. Friday at 6 o'clock, I mean. You can see that most of the rain activity really just stays off to the east with the 998 millibar low located in the Texas Panhandle. And obviously, if this were to verify, most of North Texas should remain dry. So we'll still mention a chance of a few isolated showers and thunderstorms, but I'd say the best chance at one spot getting wet at this point is only in the 20% bracket. Highs will be in the mid 70s by Friday. And here's Saturday, the first day of December. You can see we have that you can see that surface low strengthens as it moves to parts of the Midwest. Highs for our area mostly in the upper 60s. And same thing on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. And here's Monday of next week. Confidence is increasing that we stay mostly dry Monday. We'll mention a few clouds here and there, but highs will be in the low 60s as that front comes through. But here's Tuesday with that front coming through, purges a new a new surge of dry air. Highs mostly in the low 50s on Tuesday, if this were to verify. But here's a week from today, Wednesday, the 5th of December. You can see we have troughing on both sides of the country, and down here we're in the middle of a a little bit of a short ridge. Highs mostly in the 50s, low 50s actually, if this were to verify. But we still stay dry though. But let's go on to Saturday, 10 days from now. Saturday, this 8th of December, trough right on top of us, and down here that looks like a big mess. Friday, the last day, Friday does look like our next widespread showers and thunderstorm chance would occur on Friday if that were to verify. But if you go into parts of northwestern Texas, it looks like we could see some at least a wintry mix for parts of northwestern Texas, and of course, if the cold air begins to makes its way down south further, of course that could reach into some parts of North Texas during the overnight hours on Friday and the pre-dawn hours on Saturday. But obviously, this is still 10 days out, and a lot of things can and will change. But you see, for the numbers for the next 15 days coming off the GFS on the European ensemble, we stay mild throughout the last few days of November. But then, as soon as we hit Monday, December the 3rd, highs mostly transition out of the 60s into the 50s, with highs mostly in the 50s and lows mostly in the 40s and 30s. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. Our mornings in the blog. Next video here is expected to be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can catch the local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and Godspeed.